Okay, so one thing that I literally hate. I'm at this bar and I'm dancing or whatever and with my friends. There's this guy that comes up to me and he's like about to leave. He comes up to me and he goes, "You are absolutely beautiful, by the way." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And then he literally walks out and leaves. And I'm like, it is 3 a.m., but I'm like, you literally had like all night to come up to me and talk to me, but because you're scared and now you have an out, you want to just be like a quick, like, "Oh, you're so pretty, bye." Like, men who are like this, you guys, they have no confidence. I literally hate men that like just don't have confidence to come up to you and talk to you and stuff. Like, if you want to talk to me, please come up to me. Like, I'd love to talk to you. I will give you the time of day. If I'm interested in you too, I will keep talking to you. If not, I will politely like finish the conversation and then say bye. Like, come on.
We're okay just complimenting you. No man wants to catch a case or chase a bill. We compliment you and go on with our day. But if you want more than just compliments, you need to walk up to the man and talk to him. This is 2025.
How is it that I look like this today, yet no man wants me to be his girlfriend?
Why don't you wait for the bear to give you a number? That whole bear versus man thing has made a lot of men more certain that their presence in the dating scene isn't necessary or wanted. Also, I thought you women don't wear nice clothes like that for men.
Someone needs to let me know if I am the only one that has noticed that men are not like how they were when our parents were growing up. Like, I grew up, I don't know if it's because like the Italian values or what, like I grew up like the man is supposed to take care of the woman. The man is supposed to go up to the girls. Like the man is supposed to have drive and initiate everything. Like, I feel like now it's so hard to find guys that like even just in general have drive in life. Like, I feel like it's so different, and I don't know, like I personally never get approached. I never. Maybe something's wrong with me, I don't know, but like I feel like then like whenever I like talk about it, everyone's like, "Oh, well, they want the girl to like go up to them." Like, what? When did this change? Because I want a man. I don't want to be the man. Someone come up to me. Anyways, I just feel like there's no manly men. I just don't think so. I think every guy I've met is like honestly super emotional. And that's fine. Like, I'm all about feelings, whatever. Like, I'm an emotional person. So like that's okay. But I feel like it's definitely like sometimes worse than girls. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's crazy. Anyways, so if anyone knows if manly men still exist, let me know. Or if I'm the only one that thinks they don't. I don't know.
Contemporary feminism is the focal cause of that. The leftist agenda and feminist movement have emasculated men. Traditional men are now seen as misogynistic. Women have changed. Go back to conservative men.
He's scared of his pussy. He's scared.
Why your face so ugly?
He's scared of his pussy.
When we do approach, we get blasted on your social media pages, labeled as thirsty creeps. We don't want to be labeled as such, so we stay in our own lane.
Can I interest you in something called me?
This video is hilarious and I love these girls, but I do have to ask, do women understand that it's partly up to you whether or not you get approached when you go out? I don't know. Maybe it's just because in the movies, a guy will cold approach a woman at the bar that he doesn't even know, not looking at him or anything like that, but that's because that's what's in the script. In real life, you get approached by making yourself look open to it. It's like in sports. If you want someone to pass you the ball, you put your hands up and you look open to the pass. And yes, there's a lot of young men who don't approach nearly as often these days, in my opinion, because the internet has turned them into a bunch of scaredy cats, but that makes this 10 times more important. If there's a girl who's a 10 and not paying any attention to a guy, and there's a girl who's an 8 who is paying attention to a guy, she's the one that he's going to walk up to. Especially if you live in a city, it's very likely that you've had to develop a resting B face so that when you're walking around, no one messes with you on the subway or on the street. Totally relatable, but when you go into bars or anywhere that you really want to be approached, you have to remember to take off that mask and put back on the "I'm cute and sweet, please approach me, please talk to me" one. This doesn't have to be complicated. Usually it's just like making eye contact with somebody or smiling or like making a joke if you guys are both in line at the bar. The problem is, and I see this all the time when I go out, is you'll have a group of girls like standing with their backs to everyone else in a circle talking to each other, and that's really, really hard to break in and approach. And think about what's going through his head. He wants to make sure that he's not going to get laughed at, yelled at, a drink thrown in his face, something like that. If you are showing him that you're open to it, or better yet, if you start a conversation with him, you're showing him that he doesn't have to worry about any of that. That's a huge win, especially in an environment where guys are more scared than they've ever been to go up to women.
The internet has made them into scaredy cats, is an interesting way to put it, considering every time I use TikTok, every fifth video is just a woman hating, belittling, bullying, or judging men without understanding the whole picture of a situation. We are not scared of women. We just don't want the cops called.
Are men scared of women? Like, I know we can be pretty, I don't even know, like just weird and kind of scary to approach because our reactions are super like sort of insane. But what's like the real cause that men are scared of women? Like, shouldn't it be the other way around?
This is just a hidden agenda. It's simple. We don't want drama. We have jobs, we work, we save, we enjoy our own company, and we are at peace.
So this is a question for the guys. So I know many guys have said that they don't want to approach women anymore. Like, they're not going to approach her out at a grocery store. They're not going to approach her at the gym. They're not going to approach her at the bar because why? Most women can just frankly be rude to guys or don't want them talking to him or don't want them talking to her. So, question for these guys that would say they don't approach women. If a woman went out of her way to make eye contact with you, looked away, looked back, maybe even held the gaze for a couple seconds, made sure she was within proximity of you, as well as then smiled at some point. If a woman goes to that extent, would you then change your mind on approaching her? Or do you just want the woman to approach you? I know some women don't want to do that because they're old school and that's kind of how I am. But I also am just like, if I want to talk to someone, I'll just go talk to them. But maybe I'm different in that way. But would this change your mind, guys? Let me know in the comments.
No, everyone makes eye contact and smiles. That tells us nothing. You need to come up with something better.
So there seems to be some confusion with dating on how to approach. Are men approaching or are women supposed to be approaching is my question. Because I've seen that some men were saying that they feel like they can't approach anymore because women don't want to be approached, or some women don't want to be approached. But then the women are like, they don't want to be approached, or they want to be approached because they want to be pursued. But yet I do also see comments where women are like, leave me alone or whatever, like I don't want people talking to me, or I don't want to be approached. So what way is it? What are you guys doing? Again, I'm not dating. I'm just curious. I mean, I talk to anybody, but like I'm never like approached to, like somebody's never come up to me as like, hey, I seen you, you know, whatever. I really don't know what kind of line people would use, and you seem intro, whatever. I'd like to, you know, mention. I don't know. Again, I have zero idea how like that would play out, I guess. But what is the census? Are women approaching? Are men approaching? Are men scared to approach now in this day and age in the dating world? I guess I had always assumed the men approached. If I was in the dating world, I feel like I would like to be approached. I don't know. I feel like that would make me feel good. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Bye.
A lot of men have been creep shamed. It's not our fault that we stopped approaching. Once bitten, twice shy.
You know, something that I notice is I'll see a lot of women when they talk about dating and stuff, when they talk about meeting a man in the wild, right? They'll be like, men just don't approach me. I don't know why. And like, I have such a hard time meeting people that every time I go out and I want to meet someone in the wild, no one approaches me. And then it's like, I'm sure there's many reasons why each individual person won't approach you. But have you ever thought that maybe all the women online saying, leave women alone, we don't want to talk to you, stop approaching us and trying to get our numbers, leave us alone? Don't you think that maybe there's gonna be men that are gonna hear that and be like, oh, okay. And then when they go out, even if they want to approach a woman that is seeking for someone to approach them, they're like, nah, it's just better if I just don't even bother, because then I don't want her to get all upset or even go and make a TikTok about it. Like, I'm just gonna not approach her because girls been screaming how they want to be left alone and don't want to get approached. But then I see women that are like, men never approach me. And again, I'm not saying that's necessarily the case for everyone. You know, like I'm sure there's men that just, they're not interested. They're in a relationship and they're loyal or they are intimidated. But I can't help but feel there is a huge demographic that learn that women say they want to be left alone, so they leave them alone. Because when they see women preaching that, they're like, oh, let me leave her alone because she might be like one of those girls that say to leave them alone, so I'm just going to leave them alone. You feel me? It's just an observation I'm making.
Why don't they approach anyone if they're there to meet people? God forbid men respect your wishes not to approach. Anyway, guys, you can now share your raw, unfiltered experiences about why you went MGTOW. Send them to our email. I'll read them out loud, exposing the reality and waking men up. I've pinned the email in the comments. That's all for today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, click on the notification bell to know when I drop a new video. Bye.